Boom, welcome to another special edition of our content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. Click once and then also click on the like button. Click on the notification bell. Today we'll be speaking about 5 unique savings tips for 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Number 1, we'll be talking about record your expenses. Number 2, include your savings in your budget. Number 3, 5 ways to cut spending. Number 4, set saving goals. Number 5, determine your saving priorities. Before we get on number 1, don't forget to also share our content on your social platform. Share our content with your relatives and anyone, even on WhatsApp, so that you cannot be the only one who learn about this, because you can never reach your financial dream alone. You have to tag along a team with you. So number 1, it's record all your expenses. In order for you to be able to have to save well this year, you must be able to know your expenses, how much goes out in your pocket. You must also be able to know and compare your bank charges. You must also be able to know your bills, how much you pay for electricity. Don't just go today, you buy electricity for 800, tomorrow is 1,000. You must know on a monthly basis, how much do I spend on electricity, how much do I spend on this and this. Be strict with your money. Number 2, include savings in your budget. Usually what I use for my daily life, every time I receive a source of income, I start with savings first. So I think you must also employ that in this strategy this year. You must save first, whether you start with 10% or 20%. If you feel like banks are offering low interest, you can also save on money apps. We have Stash by Liberty, we have the likes of Easy Equities. I'm still going to share content more about that, but the main priority and the first thing that you must do is to include savings in your budget. And when you include savings in your budget, you start by saving and then you spend your money. In that way, you won't be able to spend what's left, because you'll find that after you have spent your money on expenses and liabilities and daily things, you find that you're left with too little to save. In that way, you are not going to be able to reach your financial dream as soon as you should be. Number 3, find ways to cut up your spendings. You must also be able to know what you spend money on, and you must also be able to cut your spending based on your needs, because if you want to reach for your financial dreams, it might take discipline, and that there are things that you need to cut off from your budget. You know, these things I must cut off this month. Or even you can also do this like by buying things in bulk. You know, it's okay, I've bought too much soap or washing things for this month, so in that way next month I won't be buying. You know, you are going to be saving more. So you must be able to cut your spendings, cut those unnecessary spendings, those little spendings that you do maybe to try and impress friends, or those little spending that you do unplanned. And you must also know that you must not be an impulse buyer, that every time when you go to store, when you see something you wanna buy, you will never reach your financial dream as long as you live in that way. You must be able to cut your spending so that you can have more money to spend, because living your financial dream is not an overnight thing, but it is based on the habits that you adopt with your finances. Number 4, set saving goals. Saving goals can be short term and long term. You must always have goals. Short terms can be monthly goals. You know, it's okay, this month I'm going to save this amount, and I'm going to do these things, and I'm going to save this amount. Long term goals is like you can also use a loan. Usually rich people use a loan to build their wealth. You can use a loan. Let's say you have a credit limit of 5,000. You can use that 5,000 and then you put it on a savings account, or you put it on a money app like Stash, like Fed Group, like your easy equities. You buy stocks, and then after that you pay the money on a monthly basis. Those are long-term goals. You know that stocks, though, you can never just get rich on stocks or overnight, or even say savings, your interest, maybe it will be 8%, or your bonds, maybe it will be 9% above the inflation rate. But if you save for a long-term goal, you know that as the more the money stays in that particular account, the more you are going, it is going to be compounding and compounding and compounding. By the time you get to the age where you want to live your financial dream, you'll find that you have saved more money. So it's important to have your long-term goals and your short-term goals in line with your financial dream. Determine your savings priority. You must also know your savings priority. You must also know what I'm saving for these things. You must have an emergency saving account. You must have a savings account. You must have bonds. You must buy bonds. We have South African retail bonds offered by the South African Treasury. It's from the government, where you borrow the government money. In return, you get interest, and the interest is fixed with inflation. Meaning, last time I checked, the inflation was at 7.4%, and if I check some of the bonds, they're offering 10%, some they're offering 8%. It means they are above your inflation, and it means the value of your money will not decrease as much as the money that you have on the account. Because you must know, the more inflation grows, the more your money loses value, no matter how much you have in your pocket. But the more inflation increases, the more your money decreases. So you must determine your saving priorities. I'm saving for a car, I'm saving for a house, I'm saving for my financial dream, because that is the most important thing, so that you can be able one day to go on that vacation that you have dreamed of, so that you can be able one day to live on that mansion that you have lived on. It's all about the content that you consume, and the content that you should consume is found here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the subscribe button if you haven't. Click the notification button if you haven't. Click the like button if you haven't. And also don't forget to leave a comment, leave a feedback, and say, how do you feel about the content that we have posted? What do you want me to add? What would you want to learn about, so that I can be able to update the content to the level that suits your needs? Because we're all about you reaching your financial dream. Don't forget also to click on the link that I'll leave on the description box. We have our Facebook page that we post content on a daily basis. We have also my business, where I post things that I sell. So you must go and check out. Just go and check out, follow my pages, and then you'll be. Thank you.